You have probably heard about the new Gabor Texture Node in Blender 4.3. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to make the most use out of it. I'm going to create something cool material, a very cool material using that Gabor Texture Node. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to delete my boring cube. So X to delete, and then I'm going to add a monkey. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a subdivision surface of 5, and the shortcut for that is Control 5. Now once you have done that, we are now going to head on to our shading workspace over here. So now we are in our shading workspace. Now I'm going to quickly show you what the Gabor Texture Node actually does. What does it actually do? So we're going to quickly add our Gabor Texture Node, something like that. Now you will notice it creates a wavy type texture. So it creates a wavy texture to our mesh, looking like this. So now to actually see it properly, to make it more contrasting, we can add a color ramp to this. Add a color ramp, and then connect this over here. And now we're going to quickly use something like this. Now you can see it contrasting. Now I can see the waves actually contrasting each other. So this works very similar to the wave texture. So this wave texture over here, it works quite similar, but the wave texture is quite uniform. So if I quickly put that there, you will notice our wave texture is quite straight, uniform. It's not random. It doesn't have randomness, but you do have the to create distortion. But I think the Gabor texture is 100 times better. So we do not need that. We are deleting that. And now we're going to use the Gabor texture to create awesome materials. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this to create bumps on our mesh. So let's delete our color ramp because I already know what it does. And over here, from the value input, we're going to get a displacement height over here. So now what displacement does, it basically creates bumps. So it goes up or down. So it creates bumps up or down depending if it's black or white. Remember when you saw, if I connect this, remember when you saw this black and white over here, black and white, it will create bumps depending on the color. So we're going to do exactly that. But as you can see, we do not have a displacement input in our principal BSDF. So what we're going to do, we're going to connect this to a bump node first, and we're going to connect it to the height. And then we're going to connect the bump normal to this normal over here. Now we're going to align it simply like that. Now once you have done that, now you can see that it creates these bumps. That looks so cool. So what we are going to do is that we are to create, you can actually change the scale. Change the scale over here, how intense you want it to be, how less intense you want it to be, something like that. And the distance, I think that should look cool. You can see how cool it looks. Now if you have a subdivision of like 2 or 1, then you'll see like your mesh kind of breaking. So I feel like to have smooth waves, have a higher subdivision surface. And remember, if you don't have a good computer, then it's gonna crash. So remember to always take care of your computer. So now we have that. Now our white color is looking very, very boring. So we're going to add a color to this. So what we're going to do, we're going to quickly Shift D and copy our Gabor Texture Node. And we're going to add a color ramp to that. And then we're going to use the color ramp and connect the color to the base color. And now we are going to change the black or white value to what our desired colors. So let's say blue. And this white one to a contrasting pinkish purple. And look at that, that looks so cool. And then let's quickly make it more contrasting effect. And look at that, that looks so cool. But I don't want it to be that visible, I want it to be blend in. And look at that, we literally created it something so good. That would literally take you, without the Gabor Texture Node, that would take you so many nodes to create. But with the help of the Gabor Texture Node, you literally created it with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes all together. So what we're going to do now, I like to organize my nodes. So what I'm going to do, select these nodes and I'm going to do Control J and add a comment to this. And I'm going to write, let's say, creating bumps. So over here in the label, I'm going to write creating bump. Right there, creating bump. And then let's quickly move this over here. I like my nodes to be organized, and Control J again. I write over here, color. And look at that. We create a very cool texture using the Gabor Texture Node. So alright guys, I hope you like this video. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.